So I'm joining here by a special guest of mine. Yeah, so guys, wherever you are, don't be left out of today's conversation. He is a prophet. Yes. Prophet Oscar Tawiah is my guest. Apostle, welcome. Please get closer to the mic. How's everything?
Everything is fine.
The car, the road, you are late today. It's the road. Yeah, we'll work on that. You people should pray and make me MP. After you make me MP, I'll work on the road. Wow. Yes. I want to. If I'm the MP, I'll first work on the road. It's very, very bad. It's very, very bad. But before that, I want to welcome you again. Welcome to Always Radio. Today is your first time entering here. Yes. Initially it was the other side, and that was AAIC. This is Always Radio. Yes. We are still praying by the end of this year we'll have a frequency where everyone can tune in from their homes, which we are working on. Sure. Today's topic. When I was just there meditating on whom I could put on this program, and I wanted a youth, because most of our viewers, they are youths. And when you are trying to communicate something to an individual, and you communicate it or you channel it through a youth, the impact is more great, because they are now starting life, let me put it this way. But the elderly person you are trying to, they've seen more than what you get my point. Yeah, so if we are able to influence the youths, the impact, or they can influence more people and get the upcomers on the right track. That's why my mind thinking about it, I was like, no, let me get a youth, someone old but still a youth, to share some one or two experiences with us. Guys, my guest is Prophet Oscar Tawiah, and we are talking a lot. We are going to discuss a lot today on the set. So wherever you are, get interactive via our social media handles, and let's keep the fun going in. Apostle, when we say, or your name is being heard, who is Oscar Tawiah?
Oh, my brother, God bless you.
Amen. Thank you.
And then God bless always multimedia.
Sure.
In fact, I am really happy that, first of all, I see you both doing something like this. I know that you have that gift.
Sure.
And then your managers and CEOs, in fact, it's a very good cause. And if we could have certain kind of people coming up to boost up the youth like this, I think we'll be able to get to where others have reached.
Sure.
So, in fact, first of all, before I move on to the question, I really have to apologize to your listeners for coming late. As you said, I need not to give an excuse.
Sure.
It is my duty to reach here on time.
Sure.
You understand? Now, Oscar Tawiah, well, I'm a young man of God coming up, the founder of Possibility Life Chapel, and also the CEO of Middles Capital. Yes, and currently we are operating from Malijo, Dodowa Road. And then I can say the Lord is doing good, and we want to do more by the grace of God. So, not to give full details or full biography of myself, but that is the little. My name is Prophet Oscar Tawiah, and then the CEO of Middles Capital and then the founder of Possibility Life Chapel.
My viewers just sent a message. They said they are struggling to hear you. If you can, I think. Thank you. Right. Let me address you by Oscar Tawiah to make the conversation real fast for me. Oscar Tawiah, starting life. We don't want to start from your foundations, but let's get to a point in your life when you started experiencing challenges.
Well, that is a good question to ask, but what I want people to understand, or your listeners to know, is that in life you can determine a great man from his beginning.
From his beginning.
If you want to go deeper, then look at the happenings around of such a person. Sometimes it's only maybe in Africa that we see troubles, challenges, tribulations, anxieties as curse. But you're looking at the direction of God. Sometimes your trouble, God is calling it favor.
Sure.
So coming up as a young man, I could tell you that I started challenges. I started with challenges. Yes, in fact, somebody may call where you have been born from as a challenge.
Okay.
Coming out from a village where you hardly see certain opportunities, like when you come to Accra, you see kids being able to see the kind of, the elderly with baseballs. You see programs on television that alone motivates you. But somebody like me, I was raised from a village.
Okay.
Before you even come closer to television, before you see somebody, or let me say an elderly person doing something on television, it is very difficult. Sure. I could remember some time ago, we even have to organize money to watch telly. Are you listening?
Okay.
So that alone, that is a challenge.
Sure.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So where I came from is also a challenge.
Sure.
Now, coming to Accra was another tough thing. I can say till now, I go through things, but before we go to the main thing, you see, all those kind of things, maybe somebody outside the box may think that I have a disadvantage, but I look at that particular thing as an opportunity.
It's an opportunity.
Because it may be a mistake for you to sit down in what you think that you can be able to do something about it. You understand? You understand? It is never a mistake for you to be born in a village. Somebody will call it as a challenge. But it will be a mistake if you remain there. Do you understand? So from that point, I decided to break or to dissolve myself from that particular challenge. You understand? That is after school, have to move back to Accra here. And that is where the whole thing started from. You see it? That is where the whole thing started from. But to come to your main question, then I need to be able to understand or to put to your listeners what challenge am I talking about. Okay. Sometimes when we say somebody is facing a challenge, the first thing that comes to people's mind is that I don't have money.
Sure.
You understand? I don't have money. I don't have somebody supporting me. In fact, I have been disappointed by somebody. That alone will be somebody's challenge.
Sure.
But to me, my point where I find myself as a serious challenge or something that is dicey in my life is where at a point where I was about to make a decision in my life. Where that particular decision is something that is going to affect my life forever. That is me. Maybe your challenge may be that you don't have money.
Sure.
You don't have a helper. Somebody has disappointed you. But to me, at a point which I don't want to give full details about that, is where I found myself trying to take a particular decision, which if I want to go closer, is between my life and then my future. You understand? When I say my life and then my future, is that the life I'm talking about is the state at which that thing will affect me, socially, economically, and then to family. Then my future, because that particular decision is something that was so tough for me. I'm talking about 4 years ago matter, where I have exam to write. Then I put my mind on traveling.
Okay.
Are you listening? I have exam to write. I have switched my mind from the exam to traveling, which at that particular point is a tough decision. Am I supposed to concentrate on the education or concentrate on the traveling? Somebody may look at this as, this is not something you have to even get confused about. But I tell you the truth, if, as we are seated here, Africa, and somebody should come out that I have gotten you a UK visa and go to UPS and then go and start school, that is a tough decision.
Sure.
It's a serious challenge that if you don't take care, and sometimes the devil may present certain things to us. He has encroached, he has covered it. Until you let the Spirit of God gives you that discernment to unveil what that particular thing is, you may take it at once, but at the end of the day, you may think you are carrying iPhone to your house, but by the time you get to the house, it is soap.
It's yum.
You understand?
Sure.
So that is a tough decision. It's a serious challenge. Because if I should sit here and I say, okay, I could remember I asked somebody money and he refused, that is a childish challenge. Because decisions affect your life forever and ever. And as at now, that decision has been haunting me even to my dreams. Yes, it has been haunting me seriously, even to my dreams. I feel that I have disappointed my parents, and I'm not talking about level 100 decision. I'm talking about level 400. I am left with just some few months to graduate. Then that opportunity came, and the question is that I'm still here in Ghana?
No. Guys, join the conversation via our social media handles on Facebook. It's always radio. My guest is Apostle or Prophet Tawiah Oscar. Yes. Guys, join the conversation. At what point in time of your life did you also find yourself making a decision that which you made that till date is haunting you, is affecting your life? You can't sleep. You regret doing that. Like, share with us via social media handles. Oscar.
Yes.
About the you standing between these two decisions, which one did you choose?
Well, I give you some instance or
I just felt something.
Yes. You see, I was saying that Africa, especially Ghana, you had the opportunity to go to school. Somebody is sponsoring you. Yours is to only learn. Then another opportunity came that you should travel, and it's not like maybe a joke, but it is a serious thing. But behind it, I never knew what was there. So I put in my mind then, let me travel. I have heard people travel, they go, they make money, they come back, they do all sorts of things. Listen, let your listeners understand what I'm saying. Sometimes I made an example that sometimes certain things may come your way. You feel that this is very good. But if you should be able to take your time and you let God lead you, behind that thing, you may see that somebody is presenting you with 100,000 Ghana cedis, and you decided not to go to school. But in the plan of God, He has made you yourself money that you'll be making millions. So in my decision, I was looking at that traveling as the best option.
Sure.
Because I really want to go. At the end of the day, I can come back and go to school. But behind it, I never knew that today, sometimes, though I can speak English, I do things and all those things. If I should have concentrated and then write my papers and graduate, I have my degree down. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I chose the traveling, and that is a serious challenge. It is not money. Because when we are talking about wealth, we are talking about money, we are talking about riches. We are not talking about your financial capability.
Sure.
We are talking about how you affect the life of others positively. That is a rich man. So as you are seated there, what you are doing, you are affecting so many people's life. Do you understand? But then I didn't think that way. I was thinking about having the money in my hand. And
you felt after traveling,
yes.
And if you make it there, what is cool? You can go back and write.
Sure. Yes, I can go back. I can go and do anything.
Anything you want to do.
And that is a stupid decision. I may call it that way. Because level 400, you are about to graduate. I tell you the truth, people get to this point I am saying now, where you are just left with some few days to cross to your destiny. Then something will come that seems so greater than what you are looking.
Sure.
Because let me tell you the truth, if I should graduate, I will not have money. I will now go and be looking for a job.
Sure.
So all those perceptions and thoughts were running through my mind. Oh, at the end of the day, look at Ghana. There is no job. When I graduate, I will now come and wear suit and then be searching for job. But this opportunity of traveling, when I take it right now, I will go and make money. Now you see the kind of potent features the traveling is having over the education at that time. Yes, it is no money. If I should talk about money, not having money at a state being a challenge, no, that is majority of people's problem. But decisions that we take every day in our life, mine like this, I can assure you that is haunting me. How to appease my parent, one, is a different thing altogether.
We'll continue with the conversation. Guys, let share with me your thoughts on today's. What decision would you have made? Would you have chosen to complete the school? But we want to know, when you applied or when you chose to travel, there was something that came about. I don't know if you went or you didn't go at all. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, that is why I'm saying that if I should go, maybe the haunting maybe no, it will not, because I didn't go. It flopped.
It's flopped.
Yes, it flopped, and it's so embarrassing. I won't lie to you. I am sharing this to the youth. Yes, and I thank God for my life. It's like I don't want to just be a man of God, but who uses fasting and prayers alone to help others. But I want to be a healer, not with herbs, but with words. What I am saying now, maybe somebody is at that particular state, trying to take a particular decision. And this is something that is so confusing. I didn't go. At the end of the day, it affected my education. My tears, which sometimes I can dream and still I'll wake up and I'll go back and take my SSE results, and I am very, very brilliant. I will not. My teachers know me from SS, even GSS. Yes, they know me. I was in SHS2 and I wrote NOVDEC. I passed all. I used that to apply for UPS. So you can see that God was building me on the platform that if I should concentrate, but sometimes you may face certain things that you would like to switch. But the switching, if you don't take care, you switch and the light will not come. So I tried switching. I was looking at my pains, the challenges I was facing. Young boy, you are here. Even I was having my junior brother with me. How to take care of yourself, how to do other things. So this traveling that has come, at the end of the day, let me go. And it didn't happen that way. But my problem is that what of that 3.5 years investment made by my parent? So I will go back and pick my WASI results and try and go online, trying to go back to school, which I will still do it before my conscience will be free. You understand? I will do that. So when we are saying that somebody is at a point facing a challenge, sometimes the challenge the person is facing now, that everybody is witnessing and seeing and say, oh, this is what he's going through. If we want to unravel and then open it up more, you go that the whole thing started from the point where he took a particular decision. Do you understand?
Sure.
So mine was that this is 50-50. And in fact, the traveling had more opportunities. In fact, the package, there are a lot inside. You understand? Looking at Ghana, our economy now, we have millions of graduates who are out there seeking for job. But I did not stop there. Yes. So That is mine. The question you asked, that is mine, and which I think I would say it here on this your platform, that nobody, no matter how great something like that may come your way, don't choose it over your education. The fact is that we say that you can learn at any point in time. This is not arrogant talk, but it's the fact, and if we accept, it will be well with us. And this is it. Now there's a woman that is showcasing herself on social media that she has gone to junior high secondary school, and it is just going around that she just completed at the age of 60 or 60 something. Or
junior high school.
Junior high school.
Sure. Yeah. Is it 54?
I don't know the
age,
but she's an old woman.
She wear the BC this year.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody would tell you that Sarah and Abraham were old and they gave birth. So this woman, I can tell you, I am not bringing her vim and the belief in education down. But my little girl and that young woman and that old woman, when you look at the two of them, somebody at the age of 15 years or 10 years, some are even going to junior high school at the age of 5 years and others, or 10 years. Now you are that age. I tell you the truth, when we want to invest in someone, who are we going to invest in?
The young one.
The young one. So sometimes they'll tell you that take your time, there's time for everything. But I tell you the truth, how will you know that it is your time? Do you understand? So that particular time, I should have concentrated on my education, because that was what God has put on the table. If God didn't want me to go to school, then He wouldn't have allowed me to pass that love debt. Was it too, I pass it the same way. So is God man that He will allow me to pass those things for throwing them away? No. But because I was looking at the things I was going through, the pain, how to survive, the opportunity come. So I have to leave. Now where is my degree? Though I have my own business, I'm doing some little things. But that particular mistake is haunting me. And I can tell you the truth that if I should go back to university now, someone will say that, oh, it is okay. Maybe God didn't want you to go to the school. It's a lie. Sometimes we take decisions, then we go back blaming God, saying that God has disappointed me. But it is not true. God hasn't disappointed me. I want to switch to survive. And my switching today, I am regretting. Whatever you are doing today, think that the result, judgment is not in heaven. It starts from this earth. Yes. Your conscience alone will judge you. Some even die out of it. I'm telling you the truth. So this is mine, and it flopped, and this is the state I have found myself. Yes. Nobody is pointing gun on me, but there's a gun within me that is really shooting me.
Let's go to your parents. After investing 3 to 4 years for you to graduate, making your mom cry, wakoton to maybe say, "Me bani we school we na mefra." You get my point? They're so excited. That excitement you see in parents when they see their kids move forward. How did they receive it? Let's go to your parents. How did your dad or your mom, how did they take the whole thing?
Well, for my mom, let me put it, my parents.
Okay.
They will not point gun on you. Neither will they chase you. You understand? But the truth is that a mother and a father investing in you, you understand? Let me say you were able to bring up your son, you gave birth, you took care of this child, and the child became a weed smoker. You may be seeing him walking around, you will not kill him, but even the tears that is flowing within your mother against you for what you are doing, it is very serious. If he should open up his mouth and say, "Oscar, this you have done to me, it is bad," you will know that my mother or my father is angry. You go and apologize, and then you will be free. But here is the case, they are not saying anything. It's not like they are angry, but they are expecting more from me. And that is the kind of let me say, a bullet that I am carrying to kill more. I am not sleeping. They are not talking. But the very day it will get to a point in time that my education will be needed, and I go back to my parents and I tell them that, in fact, how I wish I have a degree. That is where you understand. So you, at my stage now, I will not even go back to them and ask them, give me money, I want to go to school.
Sure, you can't.
I will not go back. But by the time they will realize, I should be able to have that degree on my own, just to appease them. Do you understand? So they are not talking, they are not saying anything. The only person I know who asked me questions is my brother, because he was aware. And he understood what I was going through. So I wanted to switch. Yes, it wasn't easy. I wanted to switch. So for now, they are not saying anything. They are not complaining. In fact, I explained things to them. But the question is that they've invested. Not necessarily me going back to pay them, but for them to also be proud that this is my son. We were two. My brother finished the same UPS. But I was trying to switch myself. And then
you started the UPS first.
No, it seems we all started at the same time. Yes, I was doing banking and finance, and he was doing accounting. So you see it. So they are not talking, but I tell you, silence speaks more than words. Sometimes people who talk too much, they are not strong. Not sometimes. Those who talk too much, they are not strong. Because if I'm coming to fight you and then
I tell you,
he's not strong.
Sure.
So my parents' silence is like a trap, which I want to dodge. Yes, I kept my WASI results very, very well, and I'm working very hard to go, just to appease them. You understand? But the question is that I will appease them, but the plan of God was not that you can't destroy. There's no one who can destroy someone's destiny. It can be tortured, it can be hindered, it can be prevented. Some can be taunted. But that particular destiny of mine, at that stage, is like maybe a little sum of water I have to add to the. Let me say I want to put up some concrete. I'll put small cement. I'll add small water. I will do that. Then I have a concrete. Now that concrete, we have strong ones, we have weak ones. So my concrete at that time, the education was a little drop of water that I should have been added. Now that water is out. Even if I bring it later, by the time I come, the cement and the distance
is already hard.
So you see, do you understand what I'm saying?
Sure, I do.
So that alone has really touched the foundation a little. I can go wherever I want to go. I have other certificates, but that degree is something that should have made the whole thing beautiful. Do you understand? I hope your question is answered.
Yes, please.
Very good.
It's answered. Guys, yeah, okay. Okay, this is from Benjamin Mensah. It's a great conversation. God bless you guys. Stay tuned. It's always radio. My name is Qwame Early Boots, and it's Let's Talk. Your morning can never be boring. Your morning can never be boring. Get interactive via our social media handles on Facebook. Get interactive on Facebook. It's always radio. And my guest today is Prophet Tawiah Oscar. Yes, he's my guest today. He's talking about his experience. He went through some decisions he made when growing up that still haunts him to date. Have you made any decisions you wish you never had? Have you taken any moves you wish you never had taken, or hey, are you regretting it till date? Let me know via our social media handles. Prophet, we have just some few minutes to wrap up, but before that, tell me about possibility life. How is the church?
Well,
I know most churches are now. Let me say the people are haven't yet recovered. That's the members.
Yeah,
they've not yet recovered from COVID-19 yet. You know, there's one thing about we humans. If every day you stand up, when you wake from bed, the first thing you do is to brush your teeth before you eat anything, and for a week you eat before you brush, it becomes part of your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And we've been home for quite some time now, and now that the church is operating, let me say fully, so many people are still, they've not really adjusted themselves to the new change. They are still home and they feel no. Even to the children, you know, some of the kids didn't write the BC because they said they were scared. Yeah. So how is church so far? Are the people coming?
Well, you see, you started from the issue of COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
You see, this our time or our dispensation is, we are living not by sight, by faith or belief.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you believe becomes your shell or your protection.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I may believe in a man of God.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not the pastor, that is my stronghold. But there's a gap between me and the man of God. That is the belief.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that belief is what gives me the stand to do whatever I want to do. It has become my shell or my protection or my covering. You understand? Now, COVID-19, let me start from here, then I'll answer your question. When you put down a coconut, before you'll be able to get to the actual coconut, the water and the this thing inside that you eat, you first have to break the shell. You have to remove all the covering. Then you meet another hard part. You break it before you get to your actual food or the water and the content inside the coconut. Now, first, Christians have faith in serving God. They believe. That belief is the shield I am talking about. Now there's, if the devil wants to destroy you, devil doesn't come just like that. Devil comes by invitation, or he walks around and see an empty space, then he goes in. Now, devil was standing outside. He was looking for Christians to destroy them. The situation of COVID-19, somebody did not just wake up and say, I will not go to church. But it started from a process, which I am saying. Sure. So COVID-19 now touched the whole shield, covering the coconut, remove everything, and now have access to the minds of the children of God. The belief in God, the belief in your church, going to church, the belief in your pastor is the covering. Now this COVID-19, even our era here in Ghana, you can see a lot of attacks. Where you go on television, you see so many people saying, where is your God? Now, where is your God is not fighting God, but is fighting your belief.
Sure.
Where is your pastor is not fighting your pastor, but is fighting your belief. Is fighting your belief by creating doubt in your mind. Now, when that doubt sets in, it carries the potent power in the belief or the faith that you have. Because that is what you hold on to go to church. That is what you hold on to pray. Now they are asking you questions. Where is your God? Where is your pastor? Where is the one who is behind you? So all those shields have been removed. Now there's a space for devil to come in. You understand? Sure. When those shields have been removed, COVID-19 situation removed the shield. Now the devil has taken control over the minds of people. So somebody will say, for me, I will not go to church again. He is not speaking just a word. Before you, a man of God, will be able to win him back, then you should be able to uproot or take off that kind of perception that he's having. Because that spirit has taken control over their mind.
Sure.
So now, before we'll be able to win them back to the church, even those who come, I tell you the truth, they are not coming fully. They still have the source, the scars on them, which it is only the word of God that can take off certain things from their mind. Without that, I can tell you the truth that people can come to church today. You may see 30 people, but tomorrow, if you are not able to give them, revive them back, Romans chapter 12, it said, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. So the duty of a man of God this time is not about demons. The duty of a man of God this time is not about anything. It is about letting God's word revive the minds of the people. Then they can come more. And if we don't have forum like this, that will be able to tell people the truth. That, in fact, no matter what you go through, God is still there. Because now that spirit of doubt, I have given up on God. Let me use it that way. Because giving up is a spirit. It doesn't come just like that. When your shield is removed, I have faith in I don't want to talk about I believe in God, and God hasn't disappointed anybody. I can hear people, they will tell you that, okay, this your barrenness, you have gone to herbalists, you have gone to this. Why don't you try my God? We don't try God, we worship God. Because if you take that, go and try God, you will go to God. You go to a church which, in fact, the man of God is genuine. He will pray for you. But because they told you come and try, you thought that when you come, instantly you have to get what you want. When you put that mindset that I'm going to try God, you will be mistaking God's process of patience with your try. Because God has a time to give you the child. But because you thought that you are going to try God, but if you have that mindset that I'm going to worship God, then a matured Christian understand that no matter what, no matter the storm, no matter what happens, I will stay in the church. So because he said I'm going to try God, when he goes there and he did not get what he wants, he will go back. So this time, before we'll be able to get the members back, we need to revive them. They are dead now. When I mean dead, spiritually they are down. Some have issues. Some have lost their job. So the question, where is your God? Where is your pastor? All those things have touched the shield. It has removed the coconut shield. And now the mind, the devil has taken control of the mind. Our survivor is on the mind. So if we don't have a good mind, if the enemy has taken control of our mind, then we belong to him. But when the Spirit of God has taken control of our mind and is within us, then we belong to God. Do you understand? So Possibility Life Chapel now, as a young man of God coming up, now my duty is not about membership. My duty is about those who are ready to serve God. So those who are coming now, I will not say sit here on this platform and say that, in fact, I have 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, so they are coming. No. How many of them have been revived? Then I can be able to say that these people are members. And even when we are measuring the work of God based on quantum and the number of people you have, this is where the problem is. And people pass behind, I want to get congregation. No. But the people who have been able to accept your word, those who have been able to accept what you are saying, those who have been able to say that I want to walk with God, they are the children of God. I can have followers. They come. Today you have 100 people. They are followers. But which one of them are the children of God? So let's target them. So now Possibility Life Chapel, we are doing our best to revive those that must be revived. We are doing our best. And it is not in our position. We pray for them. We give them the message for the Lord to transform them back. So that we can continue from there. So by the grace of God, we are doing our very best. And they are coming the way they are supposed to come. You can come today. You may have 40 people. Tomorrow, some may not come. You still have to go to their house. And you hear comment, I tell you the truth. This your team is very broad. And if I say I will take my time and explain certain things to you. For instance, look at getting a container, a metal container. You place a dog inside that container. The one with a good height. And you place that dog inside. You set fire under it. Now, when you set fire under that particular container, the dog will do something. And the first thing, when the heat started coming, the dog will start doing something. And that thing is what? To jump out. Sure. You see it? Now, as soon as the fire starts hitting the container and it's becoming hot, the first thing, you think that the dog does jump. It's not like that. Nobody moves. Nobody does anything. We don't achieve anything without belief. So the first thing that comes to mind, the dog will believe that I can jump. He is not acting on his strength. He's acting on the belief that I can jump and get out. Now, this dog will try first, will try second, will try third, will try fourth. Even will try to the 10th time. If he is not able to come out, then he will give up. That is giving up.
Sure.
He will give up on trying. You understand? So at some point in time, what I learned from like my situation, now what I have is hope. Hope simply means the assurance that something good will happen. So now what I have, which is something that each and every Christian should carry. Let's go back to that dog. Now the dog, at the point where he gave up, he should have hope. And hope is assurance that something good will happen. So now, the assurance that something good will happen is that he is no more going to depend on his strength, but believing that by the grace of God, maybe somebody may be passing by and help it out. So some use all their strength. When the help comes, you know that even that dog, if I should go and create a space for it to come out, that dog may be lying down, he will not go. Because that is a chronic giving up. Chronic. It means that he has no hope again. If you don't have hope, then they have to bury you. Because if you give up and you don't have hope, then they have to bury you. Because your situation nothing can be done about it. So the dog need to have hope. And then believe that something good will happen by at least somebody passing by and help him out. So sometimes you see that we find ourselves in some situations. We have used our strength. We have done what we are supposed to do. Even when we meet the right person, we are still doubting. He has given up. He can go to about 10, 5, 15 men of God. Recently, last week, let me share this here. A lady was in labor. And then from prophecies she has received and even dreams that the family and some people told her that she would die. You understand? Somebody was in labor for more than 27 hours. And according to science, when you are in labor, it should be able to take at least 8 hours or more, 18 hours. But this lady was there for almost 27 hours or more.
That's a day and some.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you understand? Now, it got to a point in time, everybody has given up. And I was there. I heard the nurse herself saying that we have waited for this baby for long. That is why I got angry and then I have to speak. And in fact, I realized that our prayer hasn't gotten to a level where the devil has no excuse than to humble. And when I got angry and I started saying what I have to say, within some few minutes, this baby just came out just like that. So sometimes we get to some point in time, we need not to depend on our strength anymore. I will not even advise somebody to be depending on your strength because it will finish. But the power of God will be with you. So when you have gotten to a point where anything you do or nothing that you do even is trying to prove or create a difference, you see, you try, it's not working. You need to have hope. So that when God steps in, you will not be doubting him. So this dog will be lying down there and die because he tried and tried. So now they have created a space. He exhausted his strength, so he can't even walk out and get out. We need to have hope. When we have hope, we'll be able to do what? Come out of every situation. Because that is the only thing that can survive us. You see it? So, Christians listening, I tell you the truth, maybe you may have gotten to a point where you try. I know people who want children can drink things, travel from here to India, travel from here to China. He believes in something. That thing has disappointed him. He will say, I have given up on men of God. But I tell you the truth, you need to have hope. God bless you.
God bless you so much. Guys, we're still here in the studios and we are discussing. I have just 3 minutes to wrap up. Before that, in a nutshell, what advice would you give to our listeners who are watching relating to our topic for today?
Yes, that is very good. What I will say to your listeners is that I was even talking about that. Hope. Number one, hope. No matter the situation, what holds you up is for you to have hope. You understand? Hope is like a yeast or like a virus or cancer, the way cancer spread. the little you have can spread and revive you again. When somebody has cancer, it starts from a point.
Sure.
It grows and grows and grows before it becomes chronic cancer, where medically they will say there's no solution.
There's no solution.
So at the point where you have given up, everything is boiling right in front of you. In that storm, have hope. I can assure you that the disciples that were on the sea and the storm was blowing, they tried to do something. But when they tried and they realized that it was not working, they realized that there's a hope. And that hope was what? The sleeping Jesus who was sleeping there. They revived that hope, and that hope came to their aid. So the first thing I will tell our listener is that in every situation, have hope. Just a little hope that can spread and can revive you. Secondly, what I will tell our youth, I am still a youth, and in fact, I enjoy to face problem. First, when I'm facing something, I think it's a curse, it's a this. But when I started getting closer to God and understand the mysteries of greatness, I realized that I don't compare myself again or associate myself with people who start up something and it starts working, boom, boom, boom. No. When you start something and you don't face challenges, I'll be able to determine how far you can go when I'm able to find out how deep you fall back. In fact, if you take a catapult and you want the stone inside to go far, you have to stretch it back.
Sure.
So how far you go depends on the kind of challenges you face. Do you understand? The kind of disappointment you face. Don't measure the disappointment and the things that you are going through to the will of God. When you compare that, you'll be confusing yourself. Do you understand? For instance, look at Joseph. When the brothers threw him into the pit, he was there. If in Ghana here, he would have wasted his time and be praying against the brothers, fasting. The Lord deal with them. Make sure that they suffer. Make sure that what they did to me, they never pay. Make sure that they go through tough time. He'll be praying. But inside that pit, God was looking at that pit as a favor. A stepping stone to go to the palace. Do you understand?
Sure.
So troubles, challenges, they are part of life. They are weed. You see, look at when you plant, you have a weed and then a maize. You can weed the weed and also cut off the maize. But the weed will come back. But the maize will not come back. Listen, good things we plant them ourselves. But bad things will be with us forever. All we have to do is to manage them. So in your house, you see a weed there. When it's coming up, it's not good. You don't like it. So what are you supposed to do? You have to weed it. So bad things, we can resist them. But good things, we invite them. We work for it. You want maize, you plant. You want mango, you plant. You want coconut, you plant. But for weeds, they grow themselves. So bad people will come themselves. But you should be able to manage them. If you are not able to manage them, you'll be mistaking the plan of God to that weed, which you don't need it. So the things that we go through in life, the challenges we are facing, it is telling us that we are going somewhere. When we are able to manage them, when the storm is really, really high, just know that you are approaching something good. Bible says that be happy, be joyful, for there is something good ahead. Tell your people that there is something good ahead. Something very precious. In fact, it is very, very nice. It is closer to you. Ignore these weeds. I'm talking about the problem, the challenging, the insult, the disappointment. In fact, the names, everything that is happening around you, they are weeds. You manage them and continue. Look for the maize and plant, and it will grow. That is all.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Guys, stay tuned. Let's talk. Your morning class sex show. Your day can never be boring with us. We spark up your day. Before you get to your works, you are already fully charged. Today I spoke to my guest. My guest I had today in the studios as Prophet Tawiah Oscar. And before he goes, I want him to put out his contact real quick. So we wrap up.
All right. God bless you. 0554
0554
0554 30 8515. 0554 30 8515.
Thank you so much, and
God bless you,
I'm so happy to have you today. God bless you so much. Guys, we're still right here in the studios. Today can never be boring with us. But it's quite unfortunate. I would have to end it here. Watch us be part of this great program from Mondays to Fridays. It's Let's Talk. Let's Talk comes to you from Mondays to Fridays. Every Monday to Friday at 6 o'clock to 10 p.m. 10 a.m. Sorry, 10 a.m. 6 o'clock in the morning. That's a.m. to 10 a.m. It's just 4 hours. Guys, stay tuned and stay blessed. Always remember, when prayer becomes a lifestyle, breakthrough is automatic. My name is Qwame Elibot. I aspire to inspire before I expire. See you same time tomorrow. And tomorrow it's going to be amazing. I'll be speaking to the assembly man, Honorable Samuel Abri, right here in the studios. God bless you so much. And stay glued to us. God bless you. Bye bye.